Okay, so this is Terra, the development tooling, the environment for developing smart contract in the apps for Terra. And as you can see now, you can run npx Terra, and then your project name, and you get these files, right? So let's look at the project structure a little bit. So as you can see here, wait a minute. So as you can see here, the project structure contains the contracts, which basically the cause was some contracts in Rust. So this used the CW template to generate the each contract, right? So you can do this also. Basically, you can generate new contract. I'm using terrain code new and the contract name, right? So with that, you will get a new contract. It's going to have the same structure, the CDB template. All right. So next up is the front end. If you look at it, it's basically a create React app. And if you look at it, you already have the wallet provider integrated with it. Some basic structure to interact with the Chrome extension, and the rest are kind of the keys that will contains all the accounts you can have. And this is a JS file, so if it's in the CI environment, you can see the environment variable into it to keep it secret, not in Git. Okay, and this is the config file. It's basically configuration for when you store code, what are the fees. This is the basis. It means for all the contracts. This is global. It means for all the networks, but they can have different network specific kind of configuration, so you can put in kind of the same structure here as well. As you can see there, those are connections configuration for each network, right? And this is the reference, which we will come back in a bit. So now you've got all the things ready. You can deploy your first contract. So let's try our counter contract. So when you say deploy something, so npx terrain deploy, counter is the name of the contract, right? So in the contracts folder, you can see the contract counter, the name counter over there. You will pick that up, compile it, and get the WASM code into store it on the blockchain. So without specifying the network, it will store it on the local Terra. So that's what happened here. And you see here, you get the lib, and you can get the count out of it. We'll talk about the lib later. Okay, so now let's try if you're not deploying on the local. Okay, so I didn't mention it, but before we use the validator, which is the pre-configured local testnet, the local Terra account, which has all the balance for you. But deploying on testnet, it will not be that convenient. So we have to request for the faucet. And as you can see just now, the custom taster one is our own accounts, not the local Terra accounts. Now you can request for the faucet, and you can just get the wallets and custom taster one, the key and address, which this following structure is the same as the wallet in Terra.js, right? So all of the available accounts is the Terra.js wallet, basically. Let's look at the wallet. key. Look at the key and you get the address over here. Right, so now we get the address. Let's go request for Luna. Alright. It's actually, this account already have some Luna, so it doesn't really require it. But let's see that now we got 2K, and now it's successfully sent the faucet. Now you get money from the faucet, which is, I think the deployment is already done by now. Right, so the deployment is already done. So look at the refs again. At TasteNet, we got the new code ID, we got a new contract address. So now we can do something with the front end. Let's try doing something with the front end. And okay, so if you look at the addresses, so what it tries to do is basically trying to get the ref turned JSON to kind of connect to the contract. When you click on the screen and you do increment and all those kind of stuff, it tries to point to the contract that is being deployed. But the problem here is that by default, create React app, it doesn't allow import outside of the source, which is the root directory. So the sync ref command I just ran is a command to copy the refs, the Terra and the JSON into the source in the front end, source directory in the front end, which is going to sync sync the front end app to know where to look for the contract. So now on local Terra, the counts one, you can change the network to TasteNet, and then the count changes, right? So you can do stuff with it because now it knows where the contract is, right? The contract address is. So, yep, that's what happened. You can disconnect. You can reconnect the wallet as usual, because underlying is just the wallet provider, right? So before we can see that we have the get count. Go to console, you can lib get count and stuff. That's where it's defined in lib/index, and you can use it somewhere else in the task. You can create a task to do stuff. For example, in this case, you can just call just import the library, do stuff with it, and they have all the the environment or the configuration for you. So it's not very verbose in order to create some tasks. You can do all kinds of stuff with it because it's basically you import Terra.js into it, so you can do custom message execution, design and send and broadcast and all this kind of stuff. Some are already, in this example, it's already wrapped in, it's a basically thin wrapper to make it less verbose. But yeah, as you can see, you can do other stuff. Right, this is basically generate a wallet, right? So in console as well, you can access Terra.js. It's there. You can do all kinds of stuff with it, right? And that's probably it.